Hello, my beautiful friend. Take a moment right now to breathe deeply and feel your heart opening to receive all the love and abundance that is flowing toward you in this very moment. There is something so special about this time we are sharing together, and I want you to know that your presence here is no accident. The universe has a way of guiding us exactly where we need to be, precisely when we need to be there. And the fact that you have found yourself here in this sacred space with me tells me that your soul is ready for something magnificent to unfold in your life. You see, darling, there are no coincidences in this beautiful dance of life. Every step you have taken, every choice you have made, every challenge you have faced, and every moment of joy you have experienced has led you to this exact point in time. Your heart has been calling out for more love, more abundance, more joy, more peace, and the universe has been listening. The universe is always listening, always conspiring to bring you exactly what your heart truly desires. And today marks a turning point in your ability to receive all the goodness that has been waiting patiently for you. Perhaps you have been feeling like you are working so hard, giving so much of yourself to others, trying to make things happen through sheer force of will, and yet somehow feeling like the abundance you seek keeps slipping through your fingers like sand. Maybe you have been wondering why some people seem to effortlessly attract wonderful opportunities, loving relationships, financial prosperity, and deep fulfillment, while you feel like you are constantly swimming upstream. If this resonates with you, sweet soul, please know that you are not alone, and more importantly, you are not broken. You simply have not yet learned the gentle art of receiving, and that is exactly what we are going to explore together today. The divine timing of your arrival here speaks to something much deeper than chance. Your soul has been preparing for this moment, this awakening to a new way of being in the world. The struggles you have faced, the disappointments that have left you questioning whether you truly deserve all the beautiful things life has to offer, and even the moments when you felt forgotten by the universe. All of these experiences have been shaping you, molding you, preparing you to step into a new relationship with abundance. Today, we begin to shift from the energy of chasing and striving to the energy of allowing and receiving. When I speak of divine timing, I am talking about the perfect orchestration of events, people, and opportunities that align to support your highest good. Think about the countless small decisions that led you here today, the restlessness that made you search for something more, the inner knowing that whispered there had to be a better way, the curiosity that drew you to explore new possibilities for your life. Each of these moments was the universe gently guiding you toward this transformation. You are here because your soul is ready to learn a simple yet profound truth that will change everything about how you experience abundance in your life. The universe speaks to us in whispers before it speaks to us in shouts. Those gentle nudges, the sudden inspiration to try something new, the chance encounters that lead to unexpected opportunities, the books that seem to fall into your hands at just the right moment. These are all love letters from the universe, reminding you that you are supported, you are guided, and you are cherished beyond measure. Your presence here today is one of those love letters, a clear sign that you are ready to receive the abundance that has been waiting for you to open your heart and your hands to accept it. The beautiful truth is that abundance is not something you have to earn through suffering or prove your worthiness to receive. Abundance is your natural state of being. You were born deserving of love, joy, prosperity, and all the beautiful experiences life has to offer. Somewhere along the way, perhaps through well-meaning but misguided teachings or painful experiences that left you questioning your worth, you may have forgotten this fundamental truth about who you are. But your soul remembers, and that is why you are here, ready to remember and reclaim your birthright of abundance. Now, let us gently explore how the universe communicates with each of us in its own beautiful and mysterious ways. The universe is constantly sending us messages, signs, and synchronicities that are designed to guide us toward our highest good and our deepest desires. These communications come to us in countless forms, from the butterfly that crosses our path at just the moment we are questioning our direction, to the song that plays on the radio with lyrics that speak directly to our heart, to the phone call from an old friend that arrives precisely when we need to hear a loving voice. The universe speaks in the language of energy, vibration, and frequency. When we are aligned with the energy of love, gratitude, and openness, we become like a radio tuned to the perfect station, able to clearly receive all the guidance and support that is constantly being broadcast to us. However, when we are caught up in fear, doubt, worry, or feelings of unworthiness, it is like having static interfering with our reception. The signals are still being sent, but we cannot hear them clearly through all the mental noise and emotional turbulence. One of the most profound ways the universe communicates with us is through what we call synchronicities. These are meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random chance. Perhaps you have been thinking about someone you have not spoken to in years, and then you run into them at the grocery store. Or maybe you have been struggling with a decision, and then 3 different people mention the same book to you in 1 week. These synchronicities are the universe's way of confirming that you are on the right path, that you are being guided and supported in ways that go beyond what your logical mind can understand. The difference between those who seem to effortlessly attract abundance and those who struggle lies not in luck or favoritism from the universe, but in their relationship with receiving. People who naturally attract good things into their lives have learned to live in a state of expectancy rather than hope. Hope says, "Maybe good things will come to me if I am lucky." Expectancy says, "Good things are constantly flowing to me because that is the natural order of the universe." This shift in perspective changes everything about how we show up in the world and how the world responds to us. When we live in expectancy, we become like a magnet for positive experiences. We notice opportunities that others miss because we are looking for them. We attract people who want to help us because we radiate the confidence that comes from knowing we are supported. We make decisions from a place of trust rather than fear, which leads to outcomes that align with our highest good. This is not about being naive or unrealistic. It is about understanding that the universe is designed to support life, growth, and expansion, and we are an integral part of that beautiful design. The language of the universe is also spoken through our intuition, that gentle inner knowing that guides us toward what serves our highest good. Your intuition is like a direct phone line to divine wisdom, always available to provide guidance when you quiet your mind and listen with your heart. Learning to trust and follow your intuitive guidance is one of the most powerful ways to align with the flow of abundance in your life. When you honor your intuition, you find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, and discovering opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Many people struggle with receiving because they have been taught that wanting more is selfish or greedy. They believe that desiring abundance means taking something away from someone else. This scarcity mindset creates resistance to receiving and blocks the natural flow of good things into their lives. The truth is that the universe is infinitely abundant, and you're receiving more love, joy, prosperity, and fulfillment does not diminish what is available for others. In fact, when you allow yourself to receive fully, you become a shining example of what is possible, inspiring others to open their own hearts to receive their good. The universe operates on the principle of circulation. Energy must flow to remain healthy and vibrant. When we hoard our love, our talents, our resources, or our joy out of fear that there is not enough to go around, we create stagnation in our lives. But when we give freely and receive gracefully, we create a beautiful circulation of energy that benefits everyone involved. This is why people who are generous with their love and resources often find themselves blessed with even more to share. Now, let us turn our attention to something that may seem simple on the surface, but holds profound power for transformation: the sacred act of writing. Throughout history, human beings have recognized that there is something magical about putting pen to paper, about taking the invisible thoughts and dreams that live in our minds and hearts and giving them physical form in the world. When we write, we are participating in an ancient and sacred practice that connects us to the creative force of the universe itself. The act of writing engages both our conscious and subconscious minds in a unique and powerful way. When we simply think about our desires or even speak them aloud, they remain in the realm of the intangible. But when we write them down, we are literally bringing them into physical reality. The paper becomes a bridge between the invisible world of thought and feeling and the visible world of form and matter. This is why so many spiritual traditions have emphasized the power of written prayer, written intention, and written affirmation. There is something profoundly different about writing by hand versus typing on a computer or simply thinking our thoughts. When we write by hand, we slow down our thought process, allowing our deepest wisdom to emerge. The physical act of forming letters and words with our hand creates a direct connection between our heart, our mind, and our body. This integration is essential for manifestation because it aligns all aspects of our being toward the same intention. We are not just thinking about what we want, we are feeling it, believing it, and expressing it through physical action. Throughout history, the written word has been regarded as sacred and powerful. Ancient civilizations understood that words, especially written words, carry energy and vibration that can influence reality. They believed that when we write something down, we are invoking the creative power of the universe to help bring that intention into manifestation. This is why many spiritual practices include the writing of prayers, mantras, or affirmations as a way of focusing intention and calling forth divine assistance. The physical act of writing also helps to quiet the mental chatter that can interfere with our ability to connect with our deeper wisdom and intuition. When we sit down with pen and paper, we create a sacred space where our soul can speak to us more clearly. Many people find that their most profound insights and creative ideas come to them when they are writing, as if the act itself opens a channel to divine inspiration. This is not coincidence. It is the natural result of creating a focused, intentional space for communication with the higher aspects of ourselves. Writing by hand activates different areas of the brain than typing or thinking alone. Scientific research has shown that handwriting engages the reticular activating system, the part of the brain that helps us notice and focus on what is important to us. When we write down our desires and intentions, we are literally programming our brain to notice opportunities and possibilities that align with what we have written. This is one of the reasons why people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them than those who simply think about what they want. The repetitive nature of writing the same intention multiple times serves to deepen the impression we are making on our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind learns through repetition, and the more often we expose it to a particular thought or idea, the more it begins to accept that thought as truth. When we write the same powerful intention 10 times, we are essentially performing a ritual of programming our subconscious mind to align with that intention and to begin working toward its manifestation, even when our conscious mind is focused on other things. There is also something beautiful about the ritual aspect of dedicated writing practice. When we set aside time specifically for writing our intentions, we are creating a sacred ceremony that honors our desires and our connection to the creative force of the universe. This ritual aspect sends a powerful message to our subconscious mind that what we are writing is important and deserving of attention and energy. It also helps us to shift into a receptive state of consciousness where we are more open to receiving inspiration, guidance, and the manifestation of our desires. The choice of what to write is equally important as the act of writing itself. The words we choose carry specific vibrations and energies that influence both our internal state and our external reality. When we write words that are aligned with love, gratitude, abundance, and joy, we are filling our energy field with those same qualities. This energetic shift makes us a magnet for experiences and opportunities that match the vibration of what we have written. Let us now gently explore your current relationship with receiving, because this relationship is the foundation upon which all abundance flows into your life. Many of us have developed complicated feelings about receiving that stem from experiences and messages we absorbed early in life. Perhaps you were taught that it is better to give than to receive, which is a beautiful sentiment, but somewhere along the way, this message may have become twisted into the belief that receiving is selfish or wrong. Or maybe you learned that you had to earn love and good things through hard work, perfect behavior, or by putting everyone else's needs before your own. These early patterns of thinking and feeling about receiving often operate below the surface of our conscious awareness, yet they have tremendous power to either open or close the flow of abundance in our lives. When we have unconscious blocks to receiving, it is like trying to fill a bucket that has holes in the bottom. No matter how much good the universe tries to pour into our lives, we cannot hold on to it because deep down, we do not believe we deserve it, or we feel guilty about having it when others seem to have less. One of the most common blocks to receiving is the belief that we are not worthy of abundance. This unworthiness often masquerades as humility or modesty, but it is actually a form of self-rejection that keeps us separate from our good. When we truly understand that we are beloved children of the universe, created from the same divine source that creates stars and flowers and oceans, we begin to see that our worthiness is not something we earn, but something we are. You are worthy of abundance not because of what you do or how perfectly you behave, but because of who you are at your core. Another block that many people carry is the fear that receiving abundance will somehow change them in negative ways or separate them from the people they love. There can be a deep-seated fear that having more money, more success, or more happiness will make us arrogant, selfish, or disconnected from others who have less. This fear often comes from observing people who have used their abundance in ways that seem to diminish their humanity rather than enhance it. But abundance itself is neutral. It simply amplifies who we already are. When we are loving, generous, and kind-hearted, abundance allows us to express these qualities on a larger scale. Some people struggle with receiving because they have learned to find their identity and sense of worth in being the helper, the giver, the one who sacrifices for others. While service and generosity are beautiful qualities, when they become the only way we know how to feel valuable, we unconsciously reject opportunities to receive because accepting help or abundance feels like it threatens our identity. Learning to receive gracefully is actually a gift we give to others because it allows them the joy of giving to us. The difference between asking and allowing is subtle but profound. When we ask for something, we are often coming from a place of lack, focusing on what we do not have and hoping that somehow the universe will take pity on us and give us what we need. asking often carries with it an energy of desperation or doubt. Allowing, on the other hand, comes from a place of trust and openness. When we allow, we are acknowledging that good things are already flowing toward us, and we are simply opening ourselves to receive them. Allowing feels peaceful and confident, while asking often feels stressful and uncertain. Your current relationship with receiving has been shaped by countless experiences, messages, and observations throughout your life. Perhaps you learned that receiving help made you a burden to others. Maybe you were taught that wanting nice things was shallow or materialistic. You might have observed that people who had abundance were criticized or envied by others, and you unconsciously decided that it was safer to stay small and want less. These patterns were formed with good intentions, as ways to protect yourself or to fit in with your family or community, but they may no longer serve your highest good. The beautiful news is that you can change your relationship with receiving at any time. You can choose to release the old patterns that keep you stuck in limitation and embrace new beliefs that support your abundance and joy. This transformation begins with gentle awareness of how you currently relate to receiving. Notice how you feel when someone compliments you, offers to help you, or wants to give you a gift. Do you accept gracefully, or do you deflect, minimize, or immediately try to give something back? These small, everyday interactions reveal the deeper patterns of how you relate to receiving in all areas of your life. Understanding how repetition creates lasting change in our minds and lives opens up extraordinary possibilities for transformation. Our brains are remarkably adaptable, constantly forming new neural pathways based on our repeated thoughts, feelings, and actions. Every time we think a thought or perform an action, we strengthen the neural pathway associated with that experience. This is why habits, both positive and negative, become so deeply ingrained in our lives. The wonderful news is that we can consciously use this natural process to create the positive changes we desire. When we repeat a new thought or practice consistently, we literally begin to rewire our brains to support that new way of being. At first, the new thought pattern may feel foreign or uncomfortable because the old neural pathways are still stronger. But with repetition, the new pathways become more established and eventually become the dominant pattern. This is why affirmations and positive intentions become more powerful the more we repeat them. We are not just hoping for change. We are actually creating the neurological foundation for change. Scientific research has revealed fascinating insights about the optimal number of repetitions needed to create lasting change in our subconscious programming. Different studies have found various numbers, but there is something particularly powerful about the number 10 when it comes to establishing new patterns of thought and belief. 10 repetitions seem to be enough to make a significant impression on the subconscious mind without overwhelming the system. It is substantial enough to create change, but manageable enough to maintain focus and intention throughout the practice. The subconscious mind is like a faithful servant that works tirelessly to bring about whatever it believes to be true. Unlike the conscious mind, which can analyze and question, the subconscious mind simply accepts what it is told through repetition and emotional intensity. When we repeatedly write or speak the same positive intention, especially when we infuse it with genuine feeling and belief, we are literally programming our subconscious mind to work toward the manifestation of that intention. The subconscious mind then begins to guide our actions, attract appropriate opportunities, and align our energy with the fulfillment of our desire. The mind-body connection plays a crucial role in manifestation because our thoughts and emotions directly influence our physical state, and our physical state influences our ability to attract and receive our desires. When we hold thoughts of abundance, gratitude, and expectation, our bodies respond by producing chemicals and hormones that make us feel good, increase our energy, and enhance our overall vitality. This positive physical state makes us more attractive to others, more likely to notice opportunities, and more capable of taking inspired action toward our goals. Conversely, when we are caught up in worry, doubt, or feelings of lack, our bodies respond by producing stress hormones that make us feel tired, anxious, and disconnected. This negative physical state closes us off from opportunities and makes it difficult to recognize and receive our good when it appears. By consciously choosing thoughts and practices that support a positive physical state, we create the optimal conditions for manifestation to occur. Handwriting amplifies the manifestation process in ways that typing or mental repetition cannot match. When we write by hand, we engage multiple senses and multiple areas of the brain simultaneously. We see the words forming on the paper, we feel the physical sensation of the pen moving in our hand, and we engage the parts of the brain responsible for fine motor control. This multi-sensory experience creates a stronger and more lasting impression on both our conscious and subconscious minds. The slower pace of handwriting also allows us to be more present and intentional with each word we write. When we type, we can move so quickly that the words become almost automatic, but handwriting requires us to slow down and pay attention to each letter, each word, each intention. This mindful approach to writing helps us to infuse our intentions with more energy and emotion, which are essential ingredients for successful manifestation. Creating the proper environment for your manifestation work is like preparing sacred ground for a beautiful garden to grow. The energy of the space where you practice, the quality of your attention, and the openness of your heart all contribute to the effectiveness of your writing practice. When you approach this work with reverence and intention, you signal to the universe that you are serious about receiving the abundance that is trying to flow to you. Begin by choosing a space that feels peaceful and supportive to you. This does not need to be elaborate or perfect. It simply needs to be a place where you can sit comfortably and write without distraction. You might choose a corner of your bedroom, a spot at your kitchen table, or even a place outdoors where you feel connected to nature. The important thing is that this space feels safe and sacred to you, a place where you can open your heart and connect with your deepest desires without fear or self-consciousness. Consider the lighting in your space, as light has a powerful effect on our mood and energy. Natural light is wonderful if available, but soft, warm, artificial light can also create a beautiful atmosphere for manifestation work. Harsh, bright lighting can feel jarring and make it difficult to relax into the receptive state that supports manifestation. Candles can add a beautiful element of sacredness to your practice, as fire has been used in spiritual ceremonies throughout history to represent transformation and divine connection. The physical comfort of your body is also important for effective manifestation work. Choose a chair or cushion that supports you well so that you are not distracted by physical discomfort. Have a beautiful pen that feels good in your hand and paper that you enjoy writing on. These may seem like small details, but they contribute to the overall experience of honoring and celebrating your practice. When you treat your manifestation work as sacred and important, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind about the value and priority of your desires. Before you begin writing, take several deep breaths to center yourself and release any tension or distraction you may be carrying from your day. Breathing deeply helps to calm your nervous system and shift you into a more receptive state of consciousness. As you breathe, allow yourself to let go of any worries, to-do lists, or concerns that might interfere with your ability to focus on your intention. This is your time to connect with the abundant, loving universe that is always ready to support your highest good. Clearing energy blocks through breath and intention is a powerful way to prepare yourself for manifestation work. Sometimes we carry emotional or energetic residue from challenging experiences that can interfere with our ability to receive our good. By consciously breathing and setting the intention to release anything that does not serve your highest good, you create space for new, positive energy to flow into your life. As you breathe out, imagine releasing any doubt, fear, or resistance you may be carrying. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in love, trust, and openness to receive all the abundance that is meant for you. Setting sacred space is about creating an energetic container that supports your highest intentions. You might begin your practice with a simple prayer or statement of intention, such as asking for divine guidance and support in your manifestation work. You could express gratitude for all the abundance that is already present in your life, no matter how small it might seem. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for opening the flow of abundance, because it aligns us with the frequency of receiving and appreciation. One of the most important aspects of preparing for manifestation work is releasing attachment to specific outcomes and timelines. While it is important to be clear about what you desire, holding too tightly to exactly how and when your desires should manifest can actually block the flow of abundance. The universe often has ways of fulfilling our desires that are far more wonderful and creative than what our limited human perspective can imagine. By releasing attachment to the details and trusting in divine timing and divine order, you allow space for miracles to occur in your life. Now, my dear friend, we arrive at the heart of our time together, the moment where I share with you the powerful phrase that has the ability to transform your relationship with abundance forever. This phrase has been carefully chosen not only for its meaning, but for its energetic frequency, its ability to speak directly to your subconscious mind, and its power to align you with the flow of universal abundance. The phrase I want you to write 10 times with love and intention is this: I am worthy of receiving abundant blessings, and I open my heart to accept them now. This beautiful combination of words carries within it everything you need to shift from a state of wanting to a state of receiving. Let us explore why each part of this phrase is so powerful and how it works to reprogram your subconscious mind for abundance. When you declare, I am worthy, you are making a fundamental statement about your inherent value as a human being. You are not saying you will become worthy when you achieve certain goals or behave in certain ways. You are affirming that your worthiness exists right now simply because you are alive, because you are a unique expression of divine love in this world. The phrase of receiving abundant blessings specifically programs your mind to expect good things to flow to you. The word receiving puts you in a receptive mode rather than a grasping or desperate mode. You are not demanding or begging. You are simply opening yourself to accept what is already trying to come to you. The word abundant expands your thinking beyond just getting by or having enough. It opens you to the possibility of having more than enough, of experiencing overflow, of being blessed beyond your current ability to imagine. When you say blessings, you acknowledge that the good things in your life come from a loving source that wants the best for you. Blessings carry with them a sense of grace, of gifts freely given, of love expressed through tangible form. By using this word, you shift away from the belief that you must earn every good thing through struggle and into the understanding that the universe loves to bless you simply because you exist. The final part of the phrase, and I open my heart to accept them now, is crucial because it brings your intention into the present moment and engages your emotional center. When you open your heart, you are releasing resistance and making space for good things to enter your life. The word accept is active. It requires a conscious choice to receive rather than deflect or minimize your good, and now brings your manifestation into present time rather than someday in the distant future. The energetic frequency of these words, when spoken or written with genuine feeling, creates a vibration that attracts experiences and opportunities that match that same frequency. The universe responds to the energy behind your words more than to the words themselves. When you write this phrase with a sense of joy, gratitude, and expectation, you are sending out a clear signal that you are ready to receive, and the universe begins to arrange circumstances to bring you what you are calling forth. As you write this phrase, it is important to feel the truth of these words in your body, not just think them in your mind. Allow yourself to feel what it would be like to be completely worthy of receiving abundant blessings. Imagine the feeling of having your heart wide open, ready to accept all the good that is flowing to you. Let yourself experience the emotion of gratitude for blessings that are already on their way to you, even before you can see them with your physical eyes. Some people find it helpful to personalize this phrase slightly to make it feel more authentic to their own situation. You might write, "I am worthy of receiving abundant love, and I open my heart to accept it now." Or, "I am worthy of receiving abundant prosperity, and I open my heart to accept it now." The key is to choose words that resonate deeply with your heart and speak to your specific desires while maintaining the core structure and energy of the original phrase. The practice of writing this powerful phrase 10 times is both simple and profound. Choose a time of day when you can write without interruption, when your mind is clear and your heart is open. Many people find that morning is an ideal time because your subconscious mind is still close to the peaceful state of sleep and therefore more receptive to new programming. Others prefer evening as a way of programming their subconscious mind while they sleep. Trust your intuition about what timing feels best for you. Before you begin writing, take a moment to center yourself and connect with the deeper intention behind this practice. You are not just writing words on paper, you are participating in a sacred act of co-creation with the universe. You are declaring your readiness to receive and your trust in the abundant nature of life itself. Hold this awareness as you pick up your pen and prepare to write. Write slowly and mindfully, feeling each word as it flows from your pen onto the paper. There is no need to rush through this practice. In fact, the slower and more intentional you are, the more powerful the practice becomes. As you form each letter, each word, allow yourself to feel the truth of what you are writing. Let the meaning of the words sink into your heart and your body, not just your mind. If you notice resistance, doubt, or negative thoughts arising as you write, simply acknowledge them with compassion and return your attention to the phrase. These reactions are normal and actually indicate that you are touching upon old patterns that are ready to be released. Do not judge yourself for having doubts. Instead, see them as opportunities to choose a new way of thinking and being. Some people find it helpful to say the phrase silently or aloud as they write it, engaging both their visual and auditory senses in the practice. Others prefer to write in complete silence, allowing the physical act of writing to be their sole focus. Experiment with both approaches and see which one feels more powerful for you. The most important thing is that you are fully present and engaged with the practice. After you have written the phrase 10 times, take a moment to sit quietly and feel the energy of what you have just created. Notice any shifts in your body, your emotions, or your overall sense of well-being. Many people report feeling lighter, more hopeful, or more peaceful after completing this practice. Trust whatever you experience, knowing that the seeds of transformation have been planted in your subconscious mind and will begin to sprout in perfect timing. You can perform this writing practice daily, weekly, or whenever you feel called to reconnect with your abundant nature. Some people choose to do it for a specific period, such as 30 days, to create a concentrated period of transformation. Others make it a permanent part of their spiritual practice. Trust your intuition about what frequency feels right for you, remembering that consistency is more important than intensity. Living in the energy of receiving means carrying the vibration of openness and expectancy with you throughout your day, not just during your writing practice. When you truly embrace the energy of receiving, you begin to notice abundance everywhere around you. You see it in the smile of a stranger, the beauty of a sunset, the kindness of a friend, the opportunities that present themselves in unexpected ways. This shift in perception is not about putting on rose-colored glasses or pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about training yourself to notice the good that is constantly flowing to you alongside whatever difficulties you may be facing. One of the most beautiful aspects of living and receiving energy is that it changes how you move through the world. Instead of rushing through your day focused only on what you need to accomplish, you begin to slow down enough to notice the gifts that are being offered to you in each moment. You might receive a helpful piece of advice from a coworker, an unexpected discount at the store, a parking space that opens up just as you arrive, or a phone call from someone who makes you laugh. When you are in receiving mode, you recognize these experiences as expressions of the universe's love and care for you. As you practice living and receiving energy, you will begin to notice signs that abundance is flowing to you in increasing measure. These signs might be subtle at first. You find money in an old coat pocket, someone offers to help you with a project, you receive a compliment that brightens your day, or you discover a new opportunity that excites you. Pay attention to these small indicators of shifting energy, as they are often precursors to larger manifestations. The key to recognizing abundance in your life is to expand your definition of what abundance looks like. Abundance is not just about money or material possessions, although these can certainly be part of it. Abundance includes loving relationships, good health, creative inspiration, meaningful work, peaceful sleep, joyful laughter, and countless other blessings that we sometimes take for granted. When you begin to notice and appreciate all the ways abundance is already present in your life, you create space for even more abundance to flow to you. Staying open to unexpected forms of receiving requires flexibility and trust. Sometimes the universe delivers our good in ways that we would never have imagined or expected. The love relationship you desire might begin as a friendship that gradually deepens over time. The career change you long for might start with a seemingly unrelated conversation that plants a seed of inspiration. The financial abundance you seek might come through an unexpected source or opportunity that you had not previously considered. By remaining open to all possibilities, you allow the universe to surprise and delight you with its creativity. Building trust in the universe's timing is perhaps one of the most challenging yet important aspects of living and receiving energy. Our human minds often want things to happen according to our schedules and timelines, but the universe operates according to a much larger and more complex plan than we can see from our limited perspective. When we can release our attachment to timing and trust that everything is unfolding in perfect order, we free ourselves from the stress and anxiety that come from trying to control outcomes. Your commitment to this practice and to transforming your relationship with abundance marks the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in your life. Every time you write your phrase, every time you choose to notice the good that is flowing to you, Every time you open your heart a little wider to receive love and blessings, you are taking a step toward the life of joy and fulfillment that is your birthright. This journey of transformation does not require perfection. It only requires willingness and consistency. Remember that change often happens gradually, in layers, as old patterns are gently released and new ones take their place. Be patient and kind with yourself as you practice these new ways of thinking and being. Celebrate the small shifts and improvements you notice, trusting that they are building toward larger transformations in your life. Some days the practice will feel easy and natural. Other days it might feel more challenging. Both experiences are valuable parts of your growth process. As you continue on this path of opening to receive more abundance, you become not only a blessing to yourself, but also an inspiration to others. When people see you living with greater joy, peace, and prosperity, they begin to believe that such things are possible for them as well. Your transformation gives others permission to transform their own lives. In this way, your decision to embrace abundance creates ripples of positive change that extend far beyond your own experience. The universe has been waiting for you to remember who you truly are, a beloved, worthy, magnificent being who deserves to receive all the love, joy, and abundance that life has to offer. Your presence here, your willingness to explore new possibilities, and your commitment to growth are evidence of your soul's readiness to step into greater abundance. Trust the process, trust the timing, and most importantly, trust yourself. You are worthy, you are loved, you are supported, and you are ready to receive all the beautiful blessings that are flowing to you right now. Write your phrase with love, live your days with openness, and watch as your life transforms in ways more wonderful than you ever dared to imagine. The universe is celebrating your decision to receive more, and so am I. Go forward with joy, dear one, knowing that your greatest abundance is yet to come.